butterfly and moth fossils discovered in 200-million-year-old pond scum. We'll never look at pond scum the same way again. Scientists in Germany discovered the oldest known fossils of moths and butterflies while sifting through what could be described as 200-million-year-old pond scum, ancient soil samples filled with pollen, spores, pieces of plants and insect legs and wings. Mysteriously, the fossilized insect remains turned out to be more than 70 million years older than the oldest known fossils of flowering plants, throwing a monkey wrench into how the coevolution between flowers and their pollinating insects occurred. The consensus has been that insects followed flowers, said Boston College research professor Paul K. Strother, co-author of the study published Wednesday in the peer-reviewed journal Science Advances. But that would be 50 million years later than was the wings were saying. It was odd to say the least, that there would be butterflies before there were flowers. But even Charles Darwin called the mysterious evolution of flowering plants an abominable mystery. With no flowers around, the researchers believe the primitive moths and butterflies developed the physical attributes, namely the sucking proboscis, to find nutrition from sugary water droplets from the tips of tree seeds. What we've found is that these butterflies and moths with mouth parts were feeding on pollen droplets of gymnosperm seeds, from conifers related to pines, seed plants without fruits and flowers, Strother said. Study co-author Bas van de Schootbrug, a paleontologist at Utrecht University in the Netherlands, said the fossil remains contain distinctive hollow scales, and provide clear evidence for a group of moths with sucking mouth parts, which is related to the vast majority of living moths and butterflies. The order of insects that includes moths and butterflies, Lepidoptera, comes from the Greek terms for scale and winged. Modern-day butterflies are well known for their connection with flowering plants, and the butterfly tongue has long been assumed to be an important adaptation for feeding on flowering plants. The samples that contained the fossils were from a time when a mass extinction event occurred, one that wiped out 35% of life on Earth and took place tens of millions of years before the event that killed off the dinosaurs. The mass extinction event occurred at the end of the Triassic and was associated with massive volcanism as the supercontinent Pangaea started to break apart, said study lead author and Utrecht University student Timo van Eldijk. Though many species went extinct, one major group of insects, the Lepidoptera moths and butterflies, appeared unaffected. Instead, this group diversified during a period of ecological turnover, he said. This evidence has transformed our understanding of the evolutionary history of moths and butterflies as well as their resilience to extinction, van Eldijk said. The authors believe their results will be an important basis for future studies on butterfly and moth evolution. By studying how insects and their evolution was affected by dramatic greenhouse warming at the start of the Jurassic, we hope to provide insight into how insects might respond to the human-induced climate change challenges we face today, van Eldijk concluded.